got a no heat call, and the outside unit came on, but no fan. So we could hear it inside and looked out the window. Yeah. So let's go underneath, and looks like the dogs don't want us here. Let's go underneath and see what's going on with the air handler. Alright, this is a nice spot to be in. You can see this pier. Somebody put this air handler right here, so I guess the blower would come out. It looks like it wouldn't be any fun, but it would come out. And look in there. All sorts of busted up sequencers. Pretty nasty inside, and as you can see in there, doesn't look real good either. So, but anyway, when I got in here, the fan was not running and the heat pump outside was, and so it was you know, maybe just the capacitor's weak. I gave it a spin and it started spinning when I spun it, but probably needs a motor and a capacitor, but we'll shut it down and check the capacitor and give it another chance to run. But yeah, I think this thing probably needs to go. I'm gonna get the model and serial here and figure it out. But if we change it out, look how much room's on the other side over there. Well, there's a pier over there too. It's a little bit further away than this one. We'll flip it over the other way, and left discharge is more standard when you, at least with our units, when you buy it, it'll be a left discharge, so we won't have to flip it to put it this way. And it's pretty rough. Line set looks pretty bad. It's torn up. Looks like somebody's pinched it off pretty good. I think that's probably okay. It's probably a 2-ton, maybe a 2.5. I haven't looked outside. Looks like there's the line set that's from the previous unit, or maybe that's going upstairs. Gee, that's pretty bad. Hope that's not going upstairs, but it may be. So let's check this capacitor and see if replacing it'll do any good. Try to save these people some money. I'm of the position I wouldn't give this thing any money, as little as I could to keep it going, and I'd get me a new one. But I'm definitely going to recommend replacement and see what they want to do. A couple of little busted up, very sloppy installed components there. So let's shut this power off and see what we come up with. Alright, I got this capacitor out and it is definitely leaky. You can see how shiny and oily. Looks like it's a 5. Yeah, 5 microfarad. So let's I don't think we need to test it, but we will. Okay. Put our mirror, put our leads on here. See if this thing says 2.768. 2.7 is not going to be enough to start the motor, I would say. That's why when I gave it a spin, it started up. So we'll try one of these, but I tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if it has stressed that motor trying to run for days. She said to Today's Monday. She said it was out since last Thursday. I have no idea why they waited to call. But so we're going to stick one in it right quick and just try and see if the motor fires up and wants to live a little longer. And as you can see from the looks in there, we definitely need to try to sell them one. And be from 98, maybe. We'll get a closer look at all the numbers on it. So let's go get a capacitor. Alright, we've got a new one here. 5 at 440. So I have learned in the past to definitely check the new ones before you put them in. Now it's not very often, but I have once or twice seen one come out of the box. It was no good. $4.95, so that is pretty close to 5. So I'd say that one's good. We're going to install it and see what the condition of the motor is after that. Let's see if it'll fire up, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so we stuck it in there, and just going to flip this breaker on and see if it'll fire up or what it'll do. I hope it comes on. I don't really want to have to take the time to change that motor today. And like I said, I'm going to try to sell them a new system. I'm definitely going to advise that. So let's see what happens. I guess that sequencer take a minute. The outside unit has already started. And I think I just heard the sequencer click. Well, it don't sound real great. So let's let it run a second and see what kind of amps it's drawing. Alright, well it's probably run for 3 or 4 minutes. There we go. I think that's the common 1.5, and I think this is probably the speed. 1.5, 1.6. It looks like it's a 2-speed motor, and the purple is the common and the black is high. So it's not drawing a whole bunch. So it might live a little longer. See if that red wire's capped off or what. Sometimes I use a different one for heat and a different one for cool. Looks like somebody's been in there clipping, well, at least the ground and something else. It's red and the purple. And I think I see the red there with a cap on it. So they're just using the black, and then the purple is common. But let's put this thing back together and go talk to the customer and see what they want to do. But I really do not think much of it. Alright, it seems to be running okay for right now. Try to see what the model and serial is. Looks like a 2-ton from 98. So I'm going to say that's probably accurate. Well, they did a real nice job, hack jobbing this thing in there. Look at that. Well, that's excellent. Nice open-ended, whatever that is. Looks like it goes way uphill over there, so obviously it's been draining right here where you see all that at. So that's real nice. But looks like somebody's put a capacitor in it before too. So let's go talk to the customer and see what they say.